All right, it looks worse than it is. Maybe not, I don't know. So the magnitude's out of the way. We moved the boat on this side. We gotta put the cover back on. The Jeep is up on the lift. This is our next project while the magnitude's in the shop. For the most part, we're not really going anywhere with the RV. But we do want to get started on the Jeep since we have a little bit of downtime. The condition of the Jeep's not too bad, but it could be better. Like that obviously is not how that's supposed to work. When we bought this, the owner said it's been sitting in the storage, so like yeah, all these bump stops are like gone, everything. So yeah, so it needs a ton of work. Well, right now what we're trying to do is just to get it back up on its wheels. We're going to be working on the gears, so we bought the kit for that to get that replaced. But for the most part, yeah, there's going to be a lot of suspension work that we need done on here. But right now let's get the gears all situated, and that's gonna be the first start of this project, guys. You brought your work tools too? All right, it's the next morning. Got a little bit of a weather change. Just gonna get her back and lifted. We got our setup ready to go. Oops. All right, the lift's up. We're going to, basically what we're gonna do today is just tear everything apart and kind of assess, you know, the situation and check out every part, and just to make sure the kit that we did buy is what we needed. If you guys are interested, this is a 6,000 pound scissor lift. We always get questions on that when we're working on the Can-Am and all that stuff. So we're just gonna start tearing things apart and assess all whatever is going on in there.
We're gonna go ahead and loosen up the bolts so that way we could drain the diff fluid.
Okay, we're gonna get ready to unhinge this to drain out the diff. Kevin wants to see if I would like to try to attempt this. It is a kind of a messy job, so let me get some gloves.
I wonder.
Oh, you're just getting all that caulking off?
It doesn't have a notch where we could actually.
So we're just trying to figure out where to jam the flathead in so we can get that unhinged.
Something like this might work.
A more slimmer flathead. Yeah, that was pretty thick.
Here, I'll hold this. Oh, watch out. Watch out, Jay.
So this is pretty all new to me, both of us. We're gonna try to, where do you want me to access this? I just need to,
yeah.
Should I do the mallet instead?
Yeah, you try the mallet.
Because I'm pretty clumsy and I'm gonna hit myself.
Ooh, sounds good.
Take. This one looks like it's a good spot.
Yeah. There you go.
Alright.
Or you won't hurt it.
Not to hurt myself.
Here,
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I see
maybe
it.
Try this.
No, I see it jiggling.
Oh.
There you go. Ooh,
there you go.
That's disgusting.
Wow, that looks pretty clean. I don't see any.
That's not bad. We thought it would be worse than it really was, huh?
Is that like metal shavings right there?
It looks like it. It could be. So the reason why we're taking this apart is because Kevin was using it kind of as a daily. Because, you know, with fuel prices, that diesel's taking a beating.
Actually, this is worse than fuel.
Is?
Yeah.
Wait,
no, I started driving this because the 7.3 was down.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But when I was driving it, man, it would make this weird noise. And with me, I'll just ride it till it breaks apart. I was on the freeway and I think it kind of gave out. So you notice I took the rear drive shaft out. And then now it's currently running front wheel drive. So that's how I got to work.
So what we're thinking is, you said you kept hearing a grinding noise. We're thinking maybe the gears were grinding or what?
Yeah, I think so. I think something has to, maybe has something to do with this.
I mean, once we get in here,
up here.
Once we get in here, we can take out all the parts and, what is it, pinion, bearings, all that stuff. That's in
Yeah,
there?
so we actually bought a new bearing set. So we're gonna go ahead and disassemble everything. Take the spider gears out, take the carrier out, and then we're gonna put new bearings in it. And hopefully that will fix the issue. So that way I can start driving it again. I mean, even though the 7.3 is better fuel mileage, but it's a beast. And
well, we do want this to be like reliable. We can't just let it sit around.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if there's no point in this sitting around, you might as well just get rid of it, and we really don't want to get rid of it.
Hey, Jay's getting stuck over there.
He's getting into everything nowadays. So, like, again, Kevin left this top one on because if the whole thing would have flown out.
Yeah, it would have been a mess.
So this is...
We're doing pretty good so far. No fluids on the floor. We're gonna probably just let it sit overnight so that way everything comes out.
Yeah, so we just want to tear everything down, kind of assess the situation, and then we're going to start tackling it on. We're definitely not going to be able to finish this project today or this weekend. I want to say these videos are going to be in like different parts, and I want to say the magnitude's ready. But even if it's ready, we still need to assess the magnitude to make sure it's good. We do have a trip coming out like right away. We do need to do an oil change. We have like what, 10,000 miles on it already since we've gotten it now.
Oh yeah, and we got some special oil for you guys.
Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff on the not a bucket list. What is it? A honey-do list?
Yeah, I would say so.
All right, we're just gonna start, I guess, tearing it up and opening it, huh?
Yeah.
Getting all the parts out.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Oh, I gotta get to the door. We have a friend coming in.
But you see, there's some pitting.
Yeah,
right
you see
there.
some damage.
Let's see.
Some kind of rubbing.
You hear anything? I mean, it's not too bad. But
So-
this for sure right here.
So whatever you're hearing.
Is this.
Okay.
So
So we got more issues then.
here, this is the backlash.
Oopsie.
Oh, you need to go grab some sand.
Yeah, I'll grab some sand to get that soaked in. So what Kevin was trying to point out back here.
I'm gonna hold the ring gear and then.
So. Okay, yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear that. The lawnmower's going on.
In and out.
Yeah, I got the lawnmower guy going on. I'm probably gonna have to redo this recording, but you can see.
We'll wait.
Yeah.
Take this off. 8mm.
You want a 3/8 straight?
Oh no, it has to be a 12 point. I think it's a 7mm.
And this is a different cut. It's 12 point, but it's the deep cut. I think I have these at home. A lot of Dodge stuff runs that.
Yeah.
And I don't even think they're 12 points. I think they're 8.
Oh. Oh, right here.
You got it?
Oh, bam. It's 1/4. Here.
So what did you end up using? A half? A quarter?
1/4.
Oh, that's Shelby, by the way, our neighbor. Hi. If you're wondering what's that random guy doing in the shot.
He's helping.
Somebody has to stand around and drink beer.
Oh, yeah, I gotta supervise.
And he's just putting it back together, that way we're not throwing things around. So, you know, just to keep it organized so you remember what came out and how it's gonna go back in. Back this way. Oh yeah, then you get the magnet to get that little C clamp or the C. What is it called? The C ring. Is that a strong enough magnet? There you go. Gosh.
Oh, that's good enough.
So everything's coming out pretty well.
Not that bad.
So all the gearing was pretty much good.
It's not good.
I mean, it
used.
wasn't. Of course, it's used. There's like, how many miles is on this Jeep?
About 139,000.
Yeah, so normal wear and tear, but for the most part, the bearings is what needs to be replaced.
Oh, here. So go through here. Go from this way. See how much play there is? Yeah, that's not good.
We're going to open up the gear, the new set. We got this. We picked this up on Amazon, of course. I will put the link in the description. Alright, so careful opening this box because immediately I do see a gasket up at the top over here. So careful when you guys open all that. You don't want things falling out, or you definitely don't want to get a razor to that. Oh, we have it upside down. Okay, so here's this kit that we're gonna replace.
Axle bearings.
And then was that it?
That's it.
It's all trash. Okay, yeah, we definitely want to keep this.
We want to use.
Probably close up the box and I'll put it on top. Yeah, there you go. That works. All right, so there it is. So Kevin's still cleaning this up, just scraping this because obviously when we put the new gasket on, we're going to have to. We would like a clean surface. But other than that, real quick again, here's what we pulled out. Basically all we're doing is changing all the bearings. Getting those changed out. Alright, we kind of paused for a little bit because we are missing a tool, or we don't have a tool to get into that nut back there, right?
Yeah.
So our buddy Shelby ran home to see what he has in his toolbox, and he'll come back. So thank goodness we have him here today to help, because we weren't sure if we were going to finish this video today, just because it is kind of a big project for us to tackle on.
It's my first time doing this.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it looks like tearing it out was the easy part. Now we just have to make sure we put it back together. So these pinion gears, is that what that is? Bearings? Pinion bearings gears?
Well, this is the carrier. So these are the carrier bearings.
Okay, so the carrier bearings is what needed to be replaced, to be clear.
No, actually the pinion.
The pinion bearings, okay.
So the bearings that's holding that pinion right there.
Okay.
That's bad. So if you see.
Okay, so that's bad. So that's what we're trying to replace.
Yes.
So that's what the kit has. All of that.
And surprisingly, for how long I've driven it, it didn't get any worse than
Just the bearings.
Yes, because I was expecting all these to be messed up.
Okay.
But nope. So we're waiting for the tool to come back. We're gonna go ahead and
To get
bust
the
nut
remaining,
out.
to get the remaining part of that out.
Yeah, so we just need to take that nut off. And then once we take that nut off, we could take the there's like the U.
Oh, back there. Okay. All right. So we're on pause for now. We'll be back.
Remove the nut for the pinion that's holding it in so we can get to the bearing.
Oh, so we finally, Shelby came by with the tool we need. There you go. So we didn't have that socket size, right?
Yeah, Shelby.
Okay, and Shelby came into the rescue. That's coming out.
Wow, that's a big difference.
It's a 1 1/8 socket. He stays there. Does it come out? Were you trying to get
Oh, there it goes.
That's all you need to do.
Daddy,
Yeah, pal.
Oh man, look, check it out, right here. One of them's gone.
Oh, that's what you were hearing.
Yep.
There you go, the fitter shot.
Daddy, what's this?
So that's the rattling and all that stuff that you're hearing. Well, look how smashed that is. That one's getting ready to... Oh, so your diagnosis was right. Okay. Oh.
Okay, seems alright.
It was just the inside, huh?
Yeah. That's where all the weight is. That's why they put a larger bearing there.
So what made it wear out? Was it just because it's old, or I mean, there was plenty of oil in there when we drained it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. This is over time.
Something probably had some wear in it and started putting metal flakes and shavings in there and just
Yeah,
something
I
else
saw.
started wearing down, wearing down, wearing down.
I'm gonna go over on this.
That the other one out. So the bearing failure caused all the weight to drop to the bottom of the raceway, but it was still creating a damage on the top side
Oh yeah,
because it was
look at
bouncing
that.
up and down. It was pitting it. That's why you got to replace the inner race when you're replacing the bearings. Don't think it's okay and just leave it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what Kevin wanted to do.
Daddy,
Thanks, Shelby.
Yay!
why the camera off?
So our kit doesn't have that, right? So we...
No, it does.
Oh, it does?
So
It
the
does,
The
okay.
bearings come like this.
Why is the camera off?
This is the outer race.
Uh-huh.
So
Kevin,
you gotta replace the bearing and the outer race. I said
Okay.
inner race earlier. It should have been outer. Race.
Okay, okay.
So, yeah, that's-
Sweet.
it's off.
So we're gonna have to take all this out, right?
So you have to remove the bearings.
Remove the bearings.
So get your bearing puller and pull them off.
Okay.
And then the inner bearing close to the pinion gear itself,
Okay.
you'll probably have to press that on. It'll be a tight fit.
Okay, so we don't have a press. So we're going to your house.
We'll go over to my house. What we'll probably do is we'll throw the bearing in the freezer for a little while to make it easy to press on and off.
Okay, good
And,
tip.
and then once we press it on and it starts to warm up, it will be pretty much a press fit for sure.
Nice.
Sweet. Alrighty.
Never thought of that.
Daddy,
So, per Shelby's suggestion, to pop these into the freezer. Bam. We have an extra little freezer in the garage, and we will see that later. Sorry for the dogs. Alright, a quick recap. Shelby, our neighbor, actually went to go get his press. All of this is all torn out. This is just to replace a pinion bearing. You gotta get through all this stuff. So it looks really bad than it looks now, but I think we'll get this done today. We're thinking maybe it's gonna be like a 2-part or a 2-dayer type thing, but I think we got it.